growing up, I listened to a lot of groups back in the day. I listened to a lot of Temptations, a lot of Take Six. I really liked harmony and stuff like that coming up. That's why I did a lot of singing a lot of choral groups and stuff like that. But new school influences as far as like performing wise. People like Michael Jackson obviously is one of the greatest performers ever. But then also like people like Usher and Chris Brown, he holds it down. You already know Chris Brown can dance his behind off, and then Omarion, Omarion used to be one of my favorite performers back in the day. Yeah, so those are some of my influences. I would say the most phenomenal moment was really just the crowd reception to me. Like, they didn't know who I was, they never heard any of my music, but yet I seen people in the audience waving their hands and clapping, and I say yeah, and it wasn't like I was like say yeah, and it was like, I don't know you, you know what I mean? So that was probably the best feeling out of everything. Besides the sound check is really when I just got the vibe, like I was just ready to go. Like, okay, this is what this sounds like. I'm ready to do this. So also, one of the best moments of tonight was after sound check. I got off stage and we went back towards my dressing room and we saw Eddie Levert, and he basically said that I drew him to the stage when I was doing my sound check, which was a good feeling for me because. I mean, first of all, people don't even pay attention to artist sound checks except for the person that's on stage. So to hear a legend say that, it just gave me a lot of encouragement, like I'm headed the right direction. So probably the coolest legend that I met was Boosie Collins. He when I met him, he basically just gave me some words of encouragement, like just keep going with this and good things will happen if you stay hard and work at this. But he also just kept it real. It wasn't like he tried to give this persona like he was just above me or something like that. He just was like, I'm another person, even though everybody out here knows me and they don't know you. But it was like he just kept it real and 100 and all the way down to earth. So who else did I meet? I already met Midnight Star a few months back, but every time I see them, it's always a party, because Bo's always talking about playing basketball when he knows I'll beat him one-on-one any day of the week.
You mentioned Midnight Star, and you're working with Bo Watson on Slow Song. So can you tell us a little bit about what it was like to work with the legend?
Bo is a whiz on the keyboard. He could play anything. You start playing a song, he'll just play with it. So he actually played the keys on the song, but then it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. Like his part at the end of the song where he does the same lick that he does from slow jams. He kind of just, we were in the studio, we were like, sing something at the end. So he went in the booth and just did that same thing that he did in the other song. I was like, oh man, he just killed me. Like, cause I definitely can't hit that note, but it's all good. So I mean, it was an amazing experience. Like, and he's down to earth too. So we were laughing and joking. Of course, he was talking about basketball back then. He's still talking about basketball now, and he knows he really can't mess with me. So, but Bo is he's a good guy, man. He's fun to work with. So it was a good experience. Oh yeah, I went to the Babyface concert in February, and who opened up for him? Eric Benet, his brother Kevon Edmonds opened up for him. Who was that? The only people on the show?
And a comedian.
And a comedian. I don't remember his name, but he was funny though. But we got to go backstage. That's the first time I met Babyface. He actually went to my high school, and he was in the same choir I was in high school. So, and he actually grew up a few streets over from where I grew up. He grew up like 2 blocks away from me. So it was an interesting experience, because like seeing somebody that comes from the same place you come from make such a dynamic impact on really the world. It's like I can do the same thing. Really, it's like it's not out of reach anymore, because coming up, it's like it almost seems like you're never going to make it at some point. But then to see somebody come from the same place you came from, it's more realistic. So, I would love to work with Monica and Jaheim. Yeah. Monica, well, I'm not gonna have so many words about Monica because it's gonna get too real. But Jaheim, he just seems, I've never met him before, but he just seems like a cool guy. Just through his music and the persona that he portrays, through his music, he seems like somebody that I would kick it with, just kick it with. Not even on some music stuff, but just like, oh, that's my homie, like Jaheim. So I started off as a singer, and then dancing kind of came with the performance aspect of it. But I want people to remember me for both. I have nothing against Chris Brown. I've been hearing that I look like him since I was 15 years old. So like, it's not nothing new for people to tell me I look like Chris Brown. I'm light skinned, I sing, I dance, so I can't really escape it. I can't escape it. So he's doing this thing though, so I can't hate and I can't complain. Let me give you a little background on this song. I wrote this song in my bedroom, but we have two people sitting in this room that just got married, and what happened was, Guy, he's one of my producers / engineers, and he wanted to propose to his girlfriend and make it a special occasion. So they went to a restaurant up on a hill, and it was a big view of the city and everything, and he had me come in and walk in, and I was like, so are you Tammy? She looked at me like, yeah, like, what you want? Like, my boyfriend's about to come up, like, you got to just say something to me right now. So she told me yeah, and I just started singing, and she was like, what's going on? She was dumbfounded, and then after I got done, he came in and he proposed, and it was all emotional and stuff, and yeah, so that was a good experience. So, and then I actually got to sing at their wedding 2 weeks ago, so that was a good experience
so
too.
Fellas, if you're gonna propose,
so
get
fellas,
Zay Foggs, she won't say no.
Yeah, she won't say no because I'm singing "Say Yes." If you say no, you're gonna feel real bad about it. So that's all I'm saying. But it goes a little bit like this. I hope you're ready, babe. It's about to go down. Let's get you situated, then baby, you know we room bound. Time for the play, girl. You've been working all day. Your body's talking, and I got something to say. Baby, tonight I'm yours. Let's take advantage of the time that we spend. Baby, just walk through that door. I guarantee you're gonna enjoy every bit. And all you gotta do is say yes. Say yes. Yes. Say yes. And if you say no after that, like, you're gonna be like, I just said no. What's next? Well, I'm performing at the Circle City Classic in Indianapolis. Who's gonna be on that show? Charlie Wilson, Joe, the SOS Band, and your boy Zay. So that's gonna be an interesting experience because that's gonna be another group of people that can just flat out sing. Joe, he holds it down, and Charlie, he performed last night and he was going crazy. So that's gonna be a good show to get my feet wet in some bigger venues like tonight. We're making our way around, trying to just showcase my talent everywhere we can, really. So that's the plan.